Hello everybody, this is Dee from Dee's Cute and Crafty and I'm back with another video, but before we get into it, I am going to show you my wedding set. I have been asked in the comments to show it, so here it is. Howard and I decided to design my own ring, and he had a jewelry place that he normally uses like when he gets his watches and stuff repaired, but they have beautiful jewelry there as well, and they also design pieces. So the center is an oval, 1.25 carat center cut with baguettes and channel sets on the side. And I did have the band soldered to the ring, and it has channel sets and baguettes on the side as well. So let's get into this video. I'll be using some ribbon left over from Christmas, these corrugated hearts that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, these flowers that were in my stash from Dollar Tree, a love word with the metal piece on it from Dollar Tree, some pipe cleaners, showing you Mod Podge and antique wax that I won't be using, a marker, and 14-inch round wreath from Dollar Tree. Not going to bore you guys with wrapping this. You already know how to do it. You can wrap it with ribbon of choice, fabric, burlap, whatever you choose. But this is leftover from Christmas and was perfect for this DIY. So after I get this all wrapped and glued, I'm going to, I believe, start on the love word. Yes, just that was easy to remove. I just took the tag off, but the 10 piece, the part that says love that mimics the wood, was very easy to remove. I just popped it off with an X-Acto knife and it came right up. If you have trouble with it, you can try to use a heating tool to heat that glue up, and it may lift up easier, but be careful because once that metal is heated, it is scorching hot. I didn't heat mine. I just popped it off. So here's where I was going to use the antique wax. I was going to stain the love word, but after I sanded it down, I realized that it was beautiful. It was rustic. It was just what I was looking for, so I did not add the antique wax. Happy surprise on these hearts. I realized that the red ones were brown corrugation on the back. So that's perfect for what I'm doing. The white ones are white on the front and back. The red ones, again, have the brown on the back. So that gives me 3 colors to work with. So I was excited about that. Here you see me just placing the hearts where I want them along one side of that wreath. And you guys, don't do what I did. When you glue your hearts down, I'm just using a little bit of glue on the front of the heart. Go ahead and put a little bit on the front and on the back, because I was just gluing heart to heart to heart, and then I had to turn it over and put some glue down between the heart and the wreath and press that down. If you just put glue on the front and back of the heart, when you place it, it will stick to both the heart above it or on top of it and the wreath underneath it, if that makes any sense. Saves you a step. Now that that's done, I'm just going to set it to the side. I'm going to take my pipe cleaners and I am going to attach them with some hot glue and masking tape and my staples, if I could find my staple gun. It's in here somewhere, to get my pipe cleaner attached to the love word, making it nice and sturdy. That's why I'm using the masking tape, because I don't have my staple gun handy, but I would still use the staple gun, the masking tape, the hot glue, the whole thing, because you really want this to stay on your wreath, and it's a little heavy. So make sure it's nice and secure. Masking tape and hot glue works wonders. I love it. That's a little trick I picked up from, Holly over at, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of her channel. Shame on me. But her name is Holly, and she is the most beautiful person ever. I'm going to have to look her channel up and link it in my description box below. So look for her there. So I'm just going to attach my love at the bottom, and I'm going to use hot glue on the word before I attach the pipe cleaners. Before I twist the pipe cleaners on the back, I'm going to put some glue on there. Just doing everything I can to make sure that this is nice and sturdy and it's not going to come apart. So you guys, oh my goodness, I know this is last minute Valentine's, but I really thought I was done with Valentine's crafting, but the girls at work let me know that I wasn't because I took those DIYs in to work. I took one specifically for my friend's daughter, and then one of the girls said, "Well, I'm a Valentine's baby. I was born on Valentine's. I want one." So I gave her one of the pink ones, and then it just went from there. Everybody else is looking like, well, what about me? What about me? And I know better. Usually when I craft and I take stuff to work, I take a whole bag full. So that is why I had to push out this video. And I figured if I'm going to craft, I might as well just show it. So we got what, 5 more days to Valentine's Day? And I'm still crafting for Valentine's Day. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you guys enjoy it and just keep it in your back pocket for next year if you don't have time to do any of this year. So you guys know how I love to make my bows. I take 2 different kinds of ribbon, and this lace ribbon was beautiful for this. It is just so romantic and so soft and so girly, and I love it. And can you tell? This is my favorite of the two that I'm showing you today. Absolutely love it. So I make my loops, and then I make my tails. I stack my loops on my tails. I pinch it together and tie it off with some jute cord. I put 2 holes in the ribbon, and I threaded my jute cord through, and I tied my bow on. And you can add a little dab of glue to the back of that bow as well if you choose to. But once you tie it on, it's really on there pretty good. I'm going to take one of these burlap flowers. It's like silk and burlap. And I'm going to, it's not really silk, but they call them silk flowers. I'm going to attach it to the center of the bow. And this little cutie is done and ready to be displayed. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. It is my favorite, hands down. Love this one so much. Moving on to DIY number 2, I have one of these Dollar Tree heart signs. We're just going to redo it, revamp it, make it cuter than it already is. And I'm going to be using some fabric that I picked up from Walmart, some Mod Podge ribbon of choice. This ribbon came from Dollar Tree, Crafter's Square, and also their burlap from Crafter's Square. So we're just going to dismantle this heart, and I'm not going to have you watch me cut and trim and trace and all of that. You're just going to take the smaller heart, trace around it, cut out your fabric, take the bigger heart, trace around it, cut out your burlap. And I'm going to use Mod Podge to attach this fabric to this metal piece. It worked out really well. You guys, I'm getting some new filming equipment. It's going to take me maybe, I think around March I should have it. And it's not that the equipment takes so long to get by any stretch of the imagination. You can get it in 2 days on Amazon. It's just going to take me a minute to get my coins together to get exactly what I want. So hopefully my lighting will be better. I got comments about my lighting being too bright, hard to see, too dark, hard to see. And, some of that really truly is me. User error. It's me. I'm the problem. I always struggle with getting my lighting just right. I have tons of lighting in front of me, you guys. I don't know. Maybe it's the room I'm in. Maybe it's the way I'm facing the window. I've tried all kinds of things, but hopefully the new equipment will give you better product. We shall see. So until then, please just have some grace, and thank you for rocking with me, for hanging out with me anyway. Speaking of which, if you have not hit that subscribe button already and you're new to my channel and you like what you see, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you as part of the Cute and Crafty family. And if you're one of my subscribers that have been with me since the beginning of my journey, you've been in it for a minute, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for always supporting me and coming back. I love you so much. Thank you. So I used just regular hot glue to attach the burlap to the sign, as you can see, and that worked out fine. Keeps it from fraying on the edges. And I didn't have to use Mod Podge. Mod Podge would have been a mess with this burlap. I took some hot glue and attached the pink heart to the center of the burlap heart. And now I'm just going around and trimming out the edges. I want to trim out the edges of the burlap heart as well as trim out the edges of the pink heart using some jute cord. Just gives it a prettier finished look. Just trimming everything up. I usually take my lighter and I burn the frayed pieces of the jute cord, and I did do that. I just didn't do it on camera. And if you don't want to do that, you can cut it with scissors. So here I'm taking my pencil and I'm actually writing on the fabric, and it worked out perfectly because the fabric has Mod Podge on top of it. So it allowed me to write on it, erase all of the things. I am freestyling, which I never usually do. I usually take my ruler, make my lines so that my wording comes out straight. Well, I didn't do that, and it did not come out straight. It was a mess, and I hated it. So I'm erasing and rewriting, erasing and rewriting. And finally, I just left it. And then my OCD kicked in and said, nope, we're not doing that. So you'll see in the reveal how I actually fixed it. You'll see the mistake. You'll see where the writing just kind of, I don't know which way it's going. It's going down. So you'll see how I fixed it in the reveal. I'm going to leave the mistake in now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So I'm just writing in pencil, love lives here, and then I will go over it in a marker. Again, the marker did not bleed through because there is Mod Podge on this fabric. So now I'm going to take, okay, you guys, I'm back. I had to pause for just a second and go check on Howard, but he's okay. He's got a little touch of a cold, but he'll be fine. Anyway, so I'm just making a messy bow. I'm using some scraps of fabric, and I'm also using some of that beautiful lace ribbon, just cutting it in half because it was a little wider than I needed. And I'm using the red heart, no, the light pink heart ribbon and the fuchsia pink heart ribbon. I'm just going to put this in the X formation or pattern and tie it off with a piece of jute cord, and it will be ready to go. You guys, if you're enjoying the content, if I didn't tell you already, don't forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you're enjoying it, and they push me out a little more so others can enjoy it as well. And for that, I'm always grateful. Thank you. I probably told you, but since I had to take a break, I don't remember where I stopped. All right, so we're going to hot glue this messy bow down. And you guys can see where that writing is just unacceptable. So here in the final reveal, you'll see how I fixed the other door hanger. But again, this red one is my favorite. So I just made another heart. I just took a piece of fabric and I centered the word here on that fabric. I trimmed it out in jute cord like I'd done the other two hearts. And I just covered up the word here at the bottom with the new heart. And now I feel so much better about the way that looks. It is no longer crooked and it's not driving me crazy. So thank you guys for joining me today for this DIY. You know, I'm always happy, grateful, and blessed to have you here. Be blessed, be safe, craft something beautiful today. Bye.